Pete Carroll in trouble. Raiders coach on the hot seat as he heads into the final 5 games of his inaugural season in the desert. Las Vegas Raiders coach Pete Carroll finds himself firmly ensconced on the silver and black hot seat, facing intense scrutiny and pressure. Hondo Carpenter, the 6th of December, 2025. Raiders head coach Pete Carroll. Daryl Craig Harris, Sports Illustrated. Henderson, Nev. The Las Vegas Raiders 2025 season is limping towards the finish line, and each week as the losses mount, the speculation about the future, fueled for sure, grows. As he heads into the final 5 games of his inaugural season in the desert, Las Vegas Raiders coach Pete Carroll finds himself firmly ensconced on the silver and black hot seat, facing intense scrutiny and pressure. You can watch the entire podcast below. There are several intriguing issues around the never-boring silver and black. Mark Davis is an owner paying tens of millions of dollars to multiple coaches who no longer prowl his sideline, willing to spend any amount of money to win. There is no doubt that he has received far more bad advice than good advice since taking over the franchise. Las Vegas Raiders Pete Carroll. Daryl Craig Harris, on SI. Pete's seat is on fire. There is an adage in the sports world: when a coach has his future questioned, he is simply on the hot seat. Carroll's future, rightly or wrongly, could be better described as sitting on a volcano. Former Raiders coach Josh McDaniels. Daryl Craig Harris, on SI. With an apparent disconnect in the ever-changing, once storied franchise, it has simply become a ritual every Christmas to wonder what new head coach Santa is bringing the silver and black. As expected as turkey on Thanksgiving, a December appearance on the calendar speaks to another futile season wasting the hopes of Raider Nation, the talent of gifted players, and another chance for the silver and black to return to National Football League relevance. Former Raiders GM Champ Kelly and Antonio Pierce. Daryl Craig Harris, on SI. You can debate the 2025 season and its outcome from every angle possible, but at the end of the day, no matter who is ultimately to blame, Carroll's certain Hall of Fame career is clear trouble of seeing its Raider chapter end rather than continue. How attractive is the Raiders' job? It isn't. The 20th of November, 2014, Oakland, CA, USA. Oakland Raiders former coach John Madden speaks at halftime ceremony to present Ray Guy, not pictured, with Pro Football Hall of Fame ring at Joco Coliseum. Mandatory credit, Kirby Lee Images. Kirby Lee Images. It has always been a difficult job. Read John Madden's biography, but it also carried mystique, allure, and a promise of being competitive for championships. Now it is simply a place where one NFL executive told the Las Vegas Raiders on SI this week, "You're going to be fired quickly and collect a payday." The Raiders will almost certainly go with a younger coach, which rates the probability of being back in this situation sooner rather than later, or pay a former head coach looking for one last hurrah. 2026 NFL draft quarterbacks emerge. One topic discussed in the NFL last year was the lack of a franchise quarterback. 3 potential players could come in 2026 and change the franchise's trajectory if they pan out. The 15th of November, 2025, Bloomington, Indiana, USA. Indiana Hoosiers quarterback Fernando Mendoza, 15, throws a pass during warm-ups before the game against the Wisconsin Badgers at Memorial Stadium. Mandatory credit, Mark Lebrick Images. Mark Lebrick Images. Fernando Mendoza, Indiana. We reported before the season even started that the Raiders had their eye on the steady and consistent Hoosier. He has his team headed to the college football playoffs and has many offensive-minded NFL players drooling. The 29th of November, 2025, Seattle, Washington, USA. Oregon Ducks quarterback Dante Moore, 5, passes the ball against the Washington Huskies during the first half at Husky Stadium. Mandatory credit, Stephen Bissig Images. Stephen Bissig Images. Dante Moore, Oregon. Now that Chip Kelly is gone, he has shot to the top of the Silver and Black's options list. Pro Football Network (PFN) describes him as a backup to current Browns quarterback Dylan Gabriel last year. Dante Moore has really come into his own for Oregon in 2025. He's a gifted thrower with a loose arm that generates good velocity and can deliver accurate strikes from different angles and platforms. His creativity shines when he has to extend the play out of the pocket, and he's shown flashes of full field progressions over the course of the year. The 29th of November, 2025, Auburn, Alabama, USA. Alabama quarterback Ty Simpson, 15, runs the ball and evades a tackle by Auburn cornerback Rashawn Pleasant, 14, at Jordan Hare Stadium. Alabama defeated Auburn 27-20. Mandatory credit, Gary Cosby Jr. Tuscaloosa News. Gary Cosby Jr. Tuscaloosa News USA Today Network via Images. Ty Simpson, Alabama, an emerging star. Perhaps no other potential quarterback has as much buzz as the Crimson Tide's field general. Some want to see more, and some have already sold. PFN says, Ty Simpson is only a one-year starter in college, but he's pretty advanced given his limited playing time. A backup to Jalen Milroe last year, Simpson isn't quite as athletic or has as strong an arm as his predecessor, but he's a much more polished passer. And Alabama's offense looks much better because of it. He identifies soft spots in zone coverage well and exploits them accordingly. He does a good job of finding the open man, and he's an accurate thrower of the football.